Hey, what's up guys, and welcome in this new tutorial where I'm gonna show you the best Ableton device for tech house. So before starting with this tutorial, I would like to remind you that all of the samples are from our new pack Rapture Volume 5, which is a collection of minimal deep tech one-shots, construction kits, loops and much more that you can check out from the link in the description below. So the device we're talking about is the envelope follower, which is not really known and is not that commonly used, but it's a really powerful tool that you can use in your tech house productions. As to show you how this works, we're gonna start simply with a kick and white noise. So you want to put the envelope follower on the channel from which you're gonna take the waveform as a modulation. What an envelope follower does is taking the waveform of a sound and using it to modulate a parameter inside of Ableton. So we're gonna use it to modulate the gain of the white noise. So we're gonna put a utility on the white noise, and on the envelope follower we're gonna click on map and we're gonna click on gain here in the white noise. And this is the result. As you can hear, the white noise is playing only when the kick is playing, so this is a kind of a reverse sidechain. And here we have some parameters that you can tweak to adjust the envelope follower. For instance, you can increase the gain. Then you have rise and fall, which are a bit like attack and release. And then you have the delay, so the starting time of the effect. And now with the delay on, it sounds kind of a sidechain. Here you can change between milliseconds, or you can sync it with the project tempo. So yeah, basically these are the main functionality of the envelope follower. Now we're gonna see some use cases. The first one has got to do with the percussion loop. We're gonna keep the white noise for this example because it sounds good with this, and we're gonna put the envelope follower on the percussion loop. We're gonna reset the utility and we're gonna map it on to the white noise as we did before. So as you can hear, now you have this layer of white noise, which is basically following the same envelope of the percussion loop. This is how it sounds in context of the track that you have. As you can see, it does quite a lot of difference and it adds a lot of body and a lot of presence to the loop. Now another interesting thing that you can do with the envelope follower is to add an LFO, and here you can map any of these parameters. I'm gonna go with the rise and let's see how it sounds. So we have linked both the rise and the fall together. And we have changed the rate from Hertz to bit synced, and now let's hear the difference. You can hear you have this really interesting white noise going in the background, which is creating these uplifting and downlifting moments. So really useful for this kind of tracks. What you can do is you can also mute the percussion loop and leave the white noise alone. So in this case, it's gonna be like having a ghost kick. So the percussion is not playing, but is still modulating the white noise. Obviously in this case with the percussion loop on, it's much better. Now a final use case that I want to show you has to do with this lead that we have. Sound really basic, a bit repetitive. So what we can do is we're gonna put a utility here as well, and we're gonna use the envelope follower, and we're gonna map it to the gain of the synth loop as well. And maybe for this one we can use a different one. We're gonna load a new envelope follower, and we're gonna map it to the gain. Add a bit of fall, and what we're gonna do here is basically some processing on the synth loop, because now it's barely audible. So what we're gonna do is gonna be some saturation. Something like this. We're gonna copy the EQ here to remove the added harmonics on the lows. Then for this type of tracks, maybe some kind of phaser can work well. We're gonna mute the delay on the initial sound, and we're gonna put it here, so we're gonna add some kind of echo. So as you can hear, now we have a completely different synth that is working a bit better and is much more integrated within the track. So you can do a before and after with all of the effects. So it's much different result than what we started with. It's not necessarily the better one, so it depends on what kind of track you are going for, but this can definitely be very useful if you want to have a synth in the background working together with your track and adding some groove and variation. Yeah, basically that's all for this tutorial. Don't forget to check out Rapture Volume 5 from the link in the description below. Let us know what tutorials would you like to see next, and I'll see you soon. Bye.